Sharecroppers, they live from hand to mouth. Like any young girl, she liked to run and play on those warm summer days in that red Georgia.
Well, how'd it do, Doc Day?
Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, come right on in, get some refreshments over there on the table.
Not one thing in that basket fat-free.
No.
Come on now.
Water, young man.
No fat-free.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, sit right on in.
Okay.
Hi.
Why are we?
Hey, Dr. Davis.
How you doing? Everybody good?
That's fine.
All right. Well, welcome to our first session. Listen, I think this room will work nice for what we're going to do here. We'll get started with some introductions. Why don't we start with you, Allie? Let's go in a clockwise motion until we're all finished.
Okay. Well, hello. My name is Allie Burns. I graduated from Purdue University in West Lafayette. I'm a senior executive for an electronics firm. I enjoy reading, especially Stephen King thrillers. I have a fiance, but I'm not really sure why he puts up with me, honestly. And I don't know when I'll be ready for marriage again, but he's willing to wait. So let's see what else. I have a passion for trains, and I'm a race car nut. I'm battling the bottle, trying to find some inner peace because I've got some guilt issues, and I've been a patient of Dr. Davis's for about 5.5 months. That's it.
Hey. My name is Delores Simmons. I'm an Indianapolis native. I'm married. My wife and I have 2 beautiful children. I've been employed now by the United States Postal Service for 18 years now. I like listening to Marvin Gaye, but now Barry Manilow, now that's my favorite artist. But see, I suppose y'all don't know nothing about him. You don't know nothing about him.
It's Barry.
I had a couple of stressful factors that's going on in my life, and one of them is my obsession with gambling. Oh. Yeah, but the next one is being a union stewardess at the post office. It's so stressful. People do all kind of evil things and expect the stewardess to get them off.
Yeah.
And at times, Doc, they are so wrong. I pray that these classes be beneficial to you.
Dorian, I think we can help.
Yes, sir. I hope so.
And my name is Vivian Delaney. I'm 38 years old and proud of it.
Okay.
I'm a widow. I'm an aspiring author and a claims adjuster for a local insurance firm. I enjoy basketball games. My favorite team, of course, is the Indiana Pacers. I enjoy all of the old school jams, especially anything by Stephanie Mills. Okay. But my all-time favorite is Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's get it on. Oh, baby.
That's the jam.
I also enjoy listening to blues songs and watching the daytime soap operas and game shows if time permits. I've been a patient of Dr. Davis for a year now, and I'm dealing with some stressful situations, one of which is interstate and highway driving. I can't stand that merging lanes and all that traffic, and I just can't. It's so much anxiety, and I'm just praying that Dr. Davis will help me through that, or at least give me some coping mechanisms.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do for you.
Thank you.
Now, I know you young folks don't like what I like. I like to listen to real old songs. The Midnight Train to Georgia by Brooke Benton.
Yes.
Rain Night in Georgia by Brooke Benton. The Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Yeah.
I don't even think the Pips is with her no more. They sure was good. You know what though? My all-time favorite is His Eye is on the Sparrow.
Yes,
Praise
Lord.
God.
Yes,
Hallelujah.
Lord.
Praise God.
Now, I don't have nothing to say about myself, except for my name's Babe Pearl. Folks call me Babe.
Hey, babe.
And I started having headaches about 2 weeks ago, real bad, you know. And my daughter carried me, first, she carried me to an eye doctor, then to a general practitioner. And then when they ruled out everything medical, I was told to come here. Not that I'm crazy, mind you. I have a friend, Octavia. She say I shouldn't come here. She say folks come here are crazy.
We might be.
Well, that's enough of the introductions for now. Listen, does anyone have any questions of each other?
Oh, I do. Okay. So I'd like to know, Dorian, where do you go gamble at? I kind of like to play the slots myself.
Girl, you gonna make me relapse.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm all right. I need riverboat here in Indiana, I do. The Victoria, the Astor, Argosy.
Okay.
Heck, some of them have inexpensive bus transportation and game tokens.
Okay, expensive.
But not an Argosy,
Uh-huh.
not an Argosy. That's the one you want.
No, I don't want it.
Because, see, they have free bus transportation and tokens.
Free 99.
Free 99.
Oh.
No
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how often do you young folks go to this riverboat? Because I've got a daughter, Lavita.
Mhm.
That girl is a gambling fool. And she used to be so organized with her bills and such. Now the child need a co-signer just to get a rental car.
Now, that's bad.
She out here running around now trying to catch up with Junebug, the bootleg carpet man.
Miss Babe, I normally go about twice out of the week.
I have a question for Allie.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you say you were a race nut?
Girl, because I am into auto racing, honey. When I say I love it, I love it. I was just out by the speedway the other day. Qualifications are about to start. You got to get in the car, honey.
Oh. I've never been to no racetrack or nothing. I don't believe I could get in a car and go as fast as I
Oh,
could.
yeah, you can.
I'm thinking I'd be scared to death.
Oh, no.
Besides, I hear I don't too much participate in that sport.
But the love of speed keeps us out there on that track. And baby, you know we love money. And they make millions of dollars out there.
Okay.
Well, would you look at the time? We have ran out for this first session. Yep, we've done it. I will need each of you to prepare a goal sheet for what exactly it is you expect to get out of these sessions. We'll see you in about 3 weeks. Babe, I'll need you to stay for our one-on-one. All right, everyone.
All right,
see you
Dr.
later.
Davis.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Take care.
I'll see you in a
Nice
couple
meeting
All
you.
right, appreciate you. Thanks for coming out.
Nice to meet you all.
Thanks, Dad.
I'll see
Nice
y'all
to meet you
next
guys.
All right.
Yeah, get your fat-free water.
Yeah,
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, you be careful out
Come on
here.
down here, babe. Come on.
Hi.
How you doing, babe?
Oh, like I always say, fair to middling. You know, I'd rather be dealing with these old monogram headaches than to deal with a lot of other problems brought on by old age.
Babe, well, I think we can do something to alleviate those headaches. But by the way, babe, they're called migraine and not monogram.
Dr. Davis, them pains racks my head so I swear they had my name written on them. Like nobody else's head could hurt as bad as mine. That's how comes I call them monogram headaches.
Gotcha. Well, babe, was your head hurting in the dream or did you notice it when you woke up?
It wasn't hurt. No, actually, Dr. Davis, it was hurting in the dream.
Okay, gotcha. Well, babe, I think I have something that might help us get to the source of your problems. Have you ever heard of hypnosis?
No, can't say that I have. I had some laughing gas once when I had a tooth pulled. Is that the same thing?
No, babe, that's not quite the same thing. With hypnosis, you fall asleep. You may not remember everything when you wake up, but you can hear and talk while you're under. I've had a pretty good success rate with many of my patients. Would you like to get started?
I don't know. How much is this hypnosis you talking about? Because you know my daughter's paying for these visits. And her money is coming in slow, what with her job downsizing and moving up to Mexico and all.
Well, hold on. I'll give her a call.
Babe, I done told you not to let that man put you in no trance. At least there ain't no catching here. But if you allow him to put you under a spell, don't you say nothing about me. How you feeling, babe?
Oh, I feel all right. Maybe a little nervous.
Well, at least there ain't no catching here. I just can't get over you coming to a place like this for crazy folks. Just like well-off-to-do women.
Octavia, could you sing me a song? That always makes me feel better.
Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. Troubles of the world. Troubles of the world. Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. Going home to live with God.
Dr. Davis,
Yes, babe?
what did my daughter say about this hypnosis? Because if she approved it, I'll do it.
She did. And we can get started right away, babe. Are you ready?
Yes, and I pray this works for me, Dr. Davis.
Okay, babe. Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to wave my magic medallion. And when I tell you, you'll fall into a sleep. You'll go back to the 70s and 80s. I think that's a pretty good time to start. Are you ready?
Yes, I guess.
Go.
It's 1989. Almost the end of the 80s. And I'm still overweight. I've had a lot of sadness in this decade. I buried my husband, Lester. We've been married over 30 years. And he sure was a good husband. The early 80s is seeing a lot of lawlessness and breakdown of the family, you know? Kids are totally out of control. Parents can't discipline them, and neither can the schools. It's the 1970s, and everything is psychedelic, yeah. Oh, but goodness. Just about every family has a member fighting in the Vietnam conflict. Sure is a horrible time. So much death.
Babe, wake up.
How'd I do, Doc?
You did fine, babe, just fine. I think I got a lot of useful information. You got time for some questions?
My daughter's picking me up after work, but I got about 30 minutes.
Okay, let's get started. Babe, what was the weather like in Georgia when you left?
It was warm. But then again, it's warm year-round in Georgia.
How many people left or came to Indianapolis with you?
Let's see. 8 children,
Uh-huh.
2 adults,
Okay,
my maternal grandma and grandpa. Mama had him Papa Cash, you see.
right.
It sure was something to see Papa Cash get on that wagon. He had tears in his eyes. See, Papa Cash was born in 1850.
Wow.
He was born into slavery, and he'd never been anywhere but Georgia.
Yes.
He got on that wagon with tears in his eyes, and as a young child, I didn't know if the tears were from the sorrow and all the heartache that he faced in slavery, or just tears of joy because we was moving on to something better, you know?
Right.
Sure was something to see Papa Cass up on that wagon.
Babe, how long did the trip take?
Well, let's see. 2 days in a wagon. We left Cedartown, Georgia, and went on up to Atlanta. Caught a train in Atlanta to Indiana, and that was 3 days.
Okay. Do you remember anything about the trip?
Oh, I remember it was pitch black. We went through a tunnel, and it was thundering and lightning, and I remember the headless man. It was so strange. He was talking, but his voice didn't seem human at all.
Okay.
And I remember they were throwing money in a pan, and people were humming, and then they break out into a Negro spiritual. And I remember the red clay dirt.
What do you remember about Georgia?
Oh, let's see. Well, Georgia, everything was far away. Like, we lived far out from everything else, and our church was kind of far away, and my daddy was a deacon. And I remember the red clay dirt.
I know you said that before, that you like that red clay dirt. Babe, has there anything that we haven't discussed that triggers anxiousness, nervousness, fear?
Well, the headless man. He's always in my dreams. I had one last night. Same old thing. Driving rain, train whistle blowing. I sure wish I knew why.
Okay, babe, I think we've got a lot of useful information. This has been a real good session. We're gonna end here for today, okay?
All right.
All right. Well, let's go, babe. You take care, okay?
All right, Dr. Davis, you take care too, man.
No problem. I'm gonna walk out with you. See you to the door.
All right, well, thank you. Don't forget to turn off your lights, you know, the electricity bill gets high these days.
Yeah, I definitely understand. You be careful with that cane. You're walking pretty good now.
Oh, you know, I get around now. I get around. Oh, yeah.
Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world. Troubles of the world. Troubles of the world. Soon I will be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with my God. I want to see my mama. I want to see my mama. I want to see my mother. I'm going home to live with my Lord.
How you doing, Dr. Davis? How you doing today?
Hey, babe, how you doing today? Come on in. Come on
you know,
in.
like I always say, bear the middle.
Yes, yes. How was everything for you?
Oh, nice. All right, I guess I'm still having these crazy headaches.
Oh, we'll see what we can do again.
All right.
Well, babe, listen. Last time, during our last session, we visited the 70s and 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This time, I think we'll go back to the 60s. This is where we'll start.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Just like last time, babe. When I tell you, you'll go back to the 60s.
All right.
All right? You ready?
I'm ready.
And go.
Oh my goodness. Riots are breaking out all over the country. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. And our beloved Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. shot down at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee. Senator Bobby Kennedy is assassinated while on the campaign trail. Horrible times. It's the 1950s, and I'm living on the northwest side of Indianapolis, Indiana, in a nice neighborhood. I meet a friend, Octavia Caroline Cadoja. We sit on my porch and talk for hours, you know? She's a widow with a lot of time on her hands. She hovers over me like a mother hen. But I enjoy the company. It's 1949 and it's a good time. Lester's got a new job working down at the gas plant. His father loans him some money for a new car, you know. Lester drives up in a shiny 1939 Ford. He asked to take me for a ride. I run in the house. Not too quick though, because I'm 3 months pregnant with our 7th child. But I run in the house and I throws on my yellow dress. Yellow is my favorite color. I tell Junior, you watch the kids for 10 minutes while I ride around the block in our new car with your daddy. It's 1949. Lester. The new car. The baby. It's 1941. And World War I is still raging. It's been going on for 5 years, but it seems like forever. Lester goes down to the southern part of Indiana to be a part of the Conservation Civilian Corps, better known as the CCC camps. That's where they send men that aren't sent off to war due to family obligations, you know. Well, us women and children, we have what you call victory gardens, small plots of land with fruits and vegetables, our contribution to the war, you know. Lester's so proud of his service to the United States. Yeah, he was part of Class 4F. So proud. His father served over in Europe in World War I. His name was Lincoln Pearl. 1939. Junior's born. I gained about 20 pounds with this pregnancy. I'm so upset when I don't lose it right away. 1934. Lester has asked me to marry him. I've known him practically all my life. He used to live in the house directly behind ours, and I'd see him sometimes walking up and down the dusty road, loaded down with newspapers, you know. We take walks around the neighborhood, and Daddy says it's okay for us to get married. But Mama, Mama cries and says I'm not ready. I'm 17 and Lester's 19. Mama wants to make me a white wedding gown, but I insist on yellow. I'm thin, shapely, but thin. I look so nice in a yellow wedding gown. It's 19 and 22. And my family and I are moving to Indiana from Georgia. We come with my mother and father, sisters and brothers, and other family relatives, you know. And I remember when we get here, Mom and Daddy are so sad when they see the colored drinking fountains. They thought things were gonna be different here. But now, everything's still the same. There are no plantations, but the invisible walls are still here. It's March 18, 19 and 22, and we're headed on a northbound train to Indiana, and with stops in little small towns to get off and use the restroom and get water when we're near unattended wells, you know, and we're near the Kentucky border, and everybody's off, and it's a good time at first, and then all of a sudden some white men are chasing us, and everybody's running, and I'm young and I don't know which way to go, so I just go in the direction of my family, and all of a sudden I see a man and he's bleeding, there's blood everywhere, and he falls down right in front of me, and there's blood everywhere, and there's women all gathered around him, tending to his wounds, something they do all too often. And he's bleeding, and it gets real quiet. And then one person starts humming. And before long, everybody's humming, and they break off into an old Negro spiritual.
Jesus, keep
And there's
me
blood everywhere.
near the cross. There's a precious fountain, free to all, a healing stream. Flows from Calvary's mountain.
Babe, wake up.
How'd I do, Doc?
Babe, you did just fine. Took some notes, got some questions for you. Okay.
All right.
Babe, can you remember anything about the train now that you woke up?
Remembers? It was pitch black. And we went through a valley. And the headless man was there. And my head was hurting something terrible. Mama kept telling me to go to sleep.
Babe, is your head hurting now?
Yes, Doc. My head is hurting just like it did in 19 and 22.
Or do you want to go in the room and lie down?
Oh no. Oh no, I don't want to do that. You know I'm gonna tell Octavia about this visit. She'll hit the ceiling if she finds out I laid on the couch. I'm gonna go in the lobby and wait for my daughter to pick me up and lay on the couch. How long I got before my daughter gets here? Lay on the couch.
I'm glad I got here. Babe, I just knew you had laid on that couch. He was going to try to get you back there. And I done told you, don't you say nothing about me in the meetings.
Babe, were you just talking to someone?
Yes. My friend Octavia. She follows me around to keep me out of trouble. Sometimes it's like she's scolding me, but she's really a good friend, Doc. She's also a good poet. She wrote this poem about the Black experience. It's called Pearls for Emma by Octavia Caroline Cadoza. I carry it around with me everywhere I go, but I'm always saying it, so sometimes I feel like I just know it. Would you like to hear it, Doc?
Well, yes, babe, I'd love to hear it.
All right now, it's about the Black experience, so
Tell me.
okay now. Go like this. I spec it hard being colored. But some of y'all got it a bit too easy. Don't you know that God do things to you to learn you something sometime? He's mighty peculiar like that, you know. Take the warm water from the color fountain, for example. Water wasn't never cold, but it flowed deep enough to get my thirst out. And the food that the white folks throwed out, that made my mama the best cook this side of heaven. Her meals put the flying in the angels' wings, and the melody in the songs they sing. Sure was good. That taught me everything I need to know about how to stretch a meal, about how to stretch a dollar, and that food is something more than you eat, but it be a way to show how deep you love. Sitting on the back of that bus, I reckon be the hardest thing. But what that showed me, what that learned me, is that God had something bigger for me, something better. And I was just seats away from it. Yeah, it's mighty hard being colored. But some of y'all got it a bit too easy. And some of y'all ain't got it yet.
Babe, that was awesome.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand. I'm tired, I'm weak, I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me home to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. When my way grows drear, precious Lord, linger near. And when my life is almost gone, hear my cries, hear fall. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home.
Hey, Doc Davis.
Hey, how's
How
you
you
doing? Good. Oh, I see the rest of them.
Hey, Miss Dave. Hey, Doc.
Hey, how's everybody?
Hey.
You're looking pretty today.
Oh, thank you, baby.
How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Everybody is good. That is well.
Awesome.
Welcome back. Hey, Torian, you look awesome. I see you're suited and booted today.
Yes, sir.
Work at the post office?
You're not post office. You get tired of wearing them. There's some time you got it.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, listen, I'm quite sure since our last session, each of you have some wonderful discoveries. Who wants to start?
I'll start, Doc. There's a few things on my mind.
Okay.
I guess by now, y'all heard about the shooting at the post office.
Oh my God, yes! They interrupted my soap operas yesterday and ran live coverage all day long. I mean, so what happened? I mean, what was the mood?
Oh man, the man just went crazy. I feel so bad for him. You know, I talked to him last week and I should have known something was wrong. I could have just said something or done something, but I didn't.
Don't feel bad, Dorian. Don't be down on yourself. You couldn't have prevented that at all.
You know, she's right. You just have to let go and let God.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, babe.
Let him help you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you let him help you, he will.
Yes, he
If
will.
you just take me, for example, like Dr. Davis, I've been working with him while not in group session, and he did something to me called hypnosis. Now, that's good. Y'all should try that sometime. It really worked. But I haven't had a headache or a nightmare all week long.
Oh, man, that's
Oh,
good.
wow. That's
That's
awesome.
really good
That's
job.
really good, babe. So what was it? You know, you told us about the train ride and the headless man and that whole hard thing. So Dr. Davis got to the bottom and resolved that issue for you? You figured out what was going on?
Oh, yes. See, back at home in Georgia, there was a man named Reverend Birdsong. And there was a lot of turmoil back in Georgia. There was a white man who had been stealing people's livestock, you know.
Wow.
And when the black people got hold of that news, they decided to go torch that man's house.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Now, the Klan thought Reverend Birdsong knew who did it and just wasn't saying anything. And oh my goodness, what would follow was so horrible.
God.
I remember one night, I was probably about 5 years old, and I slipped out the cabin one night, and I was looking for Tiger Buttons. He's my kitten. And there was a clearing in the woods, and I saw this tree. It's always been there, but it was something different about it. As I get closer, I noticed there's a man hanging from that tree.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I was so scared, I had to put my hands over my mouth just to keep from screaming. And I was frozen. I couldn't go to it, and I was too scared to run back home. And so I just stood there and watched. And there were these hooded men. They cut him down from the tree. And I was just about to turn away when in the moonlight I saw the axe glistening. Oh my goodness, it was blood everywhere. It was so horrible.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my goodness. When those hooded men drove off, I walked over to near where that tree was.
Lord have mercy.
And I looked down and I saw the gold pocket watch.
Oh,
And I knew it was Reverend Birdsong.
Lord help.
By the time we got on that train and made it to Indiana, my brain just shut down. And I didn't talk for 2 whole years.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my God, babe.
I'm sorry, babies. I didn't mean to bring the mood down.
That's okay, Miss Babe, but I tell you what, we gonna do it together. We gonna stick it out.
Now, whoa. My progress may not be as dramatic as Babe's. But I'm still sober.
Okay.
And my fiance's still hanging in there with me as well.
Right.
And I'd really like to thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Too.
Go on and tell him the good part, why don't you?
When we go get to the good part.
Okay, big mouth. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We set a date! We set a date. Oh my God. Okay. So it's going to be next spring, and I want all of you guys there.
Oh, that's so nice.
Awesome.
My family is so excited that I just decided to tackle things head on. And I have you to thank for that, Dr. Davis. Thank you.
Wow.
Wonderful.
And I guess everybody's waiting for the scoop on me.
Yeah.
Can you
Well,
drive?
still going the street way,
Girl, you gotta get in a race car.
avoiding all heavy traffic, all interstates, any signs that lead me to an interstate.
That's okay.
Just can't deal with it. But I am noticing some small steps that are leading to a progression of some sort.
Okay.
And I want to thank you guys. And of course, I thank you, Dr. Davis, for everything you've done to help me.
Well, no need to thank me. I'm just an expensive moderator.
He told the truth. He is
not a mortgage.
Yes, very, very expensive.
That's why I want to know what that
Well,
Yes.
okay. All right. Now, this is Babe's last session. And before too long, each of you will reach the same plateau. This is our farewell. So if no one has anything else, I'll bid you all a good night.
Oh, thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Baby, I'm getting you in a race car, girl. Listen.
Now, I just need to know what are the colors.
Listen.
So I'm thinking,
We can do it in a
Like I
race
said,
car.
well, I want to wear yellow. 'cause, you know, that's
I know that's your color. I know that's your color. We'll get you. We need you.
nice.
Finally, right?
Life in Georgia in 1922. For black and his family was dangerous and cruel. One night a daddy put him on a northbound train, bound for Indiana in the lightning and the rain. Her real name is Beatrice, but the family called her Babe. She grew up and married this and found the Lord that she was saved. They had 11 children, a full and happy life. Like any mom, she had a share of joy, share of strife. But now they did her airs and nights have turned to dread. She had recurring nightmares of a man without a head. She fears her soft specters for telling her own death. Her sons remain inclined and she will get to the world. No, she can catch a breath. Babe, babe, won't you tell me why you can sleep at night and beg, why do you cry? Babe, babe, won't you take my hand? I can help you if you let me. I can help you understand. They finally found a doctor whose specialty is dreams, to help her figure out just what the vision means. He told her with hypnosis they could drag her demons out and gain an understanding what this dream is all about. She told him that it starts with her riding on a train. She could see the lightning flashing through the thunder and the rain. She's staring out the window into the dreary night when the headless man appears in the flashing of the light. Soon they found a reason for her nights of fear and dread, a memory from a childhood life.